So, hello, hello, hello. I'll do an all signs today, an all signs love reading. I haven't done one of those. Well, I think I did an all love reading. Did I do one for Cancer? Did I do it a month ago? I think I did. I kind of blocked it out because some new person came on the channel and asked if they can moderate while I was doing the reading. And then they were really distracting. I kept on like people were regulars. They didn't block the trolls and talking to me nonstop. I was like, it was the first time I'm a moderator, and I thought that was horrible. So I think that was actually the last love reading I did, which I should probably do Cancer's reading over again because I got distracted so much. But we'll see. This is going to be an all signs reading. So the collectives that we are considering are for your sun, for your moon, for your rising, and for your Venus. You can consider, I invite you to look at your natal chart. Take a look at it as a love reading, see the aspects that are commonly associated with love, the type of love you're interested in. And let's see. Just want to do it that way. Take a look at what kind of love you're interested in, romantic love, or if you're already in a relationship. I will leave this open. Like I was wondering new energies with spring love, but I can do another one on that. This is just a general reading on love. So with that in mind, you can take a look at your existing natal chart. And if you want to include your Jupiter, if you want to consider your Sun and your Jupiter, go right ahead. If you want to consider your Venus and your Juno, go right ahead and consider that. If you want to include or look at your Juno and your Hera, or Hera, how do you pronounce that? I'm not sure anymore. But that asteroid Hera, right? You can go and check it out that way. But I would pretty much consider aspects around love. Definitely your Venus. You can consider your Jupiter, Juno, 7th house. Those are pretty much what I'd recommend. If you appreciate my time and energy, do let me know. Do give me a thumbs up. I won't be timestamping this reading because it's hard to timestamp on a phone, but I will be listing the order in which everything is read in the description afterwards. And the order of elements that I'm going to be reading things in is listed in the title. So we're going to go by water, and then we're going to switch over to fire. And then we're going to do earth, and then we'll do air. I do expect this reading to be about anywhere from an hour to maybe an hour and a half. You can jump around with your little timeline and see where you need to go. For personal readings, if you would like a personal reading, you can contact me after the live when I come on for collective readings or to explore an investigation. It's entirely devoted to that energy. I could be available afterwards, but primarily I recommend that you get in touch with me by email, which can be found in my channel page, or wait for a Chit Chat Live to pop up. All right. Shall we see? Sometimes the connection works against me. The internet works against me the later the day is. Could be too late. We'll see. We're going to start off with water. and see. Let's go and see Pisces. Actually, let's Scorpio. Scorpio placements. That would be a Scorpio sun, moon, rising, Scorpio Venus. Scorpio, what I have for you for love. I have Eight of Pentacles, Scorpio. Eight of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Hanged Man. Patience is required of you, Scorpio. You can't rush things. You can't go and rush the natural progression of things, Scorpio. You need to have faith. Faith in love, Scorpio. And is the energy I have here. Eights can also be relevant in this reading. For you, Scorpio, you can take a look and see how eights play along with the numbers associated with your life. It could be either with numerology, maybe Scorpio, the address that you live in, or the bills you get, Scorpio, could have eights around them. But what I have here primarily, Scorpio, is to have faith. Don't rush things, Scorpio. Be observant, Scorpio. And also, too, Scorpio, the most beautiful things bloom when you give it time. I feel like ending that reading here, Scorpio. Maybe this will be an hour. All right, so that's a reading for Scorpio. Let's go and see our reading for Pisces. Pisces, I have a Prince of Cups. Prince of Cups, bottom of the deck energy, Six of Swords. Need some temperance under here. Also, two in this energy, Pisces. Your background, your environment is slow, methodical, careful, skeptical, strategizing, Scorpio, observant, Scorpio. Slowing things down, Scorpio, is in your energy. I think it has been in your energy, Scorpio. Excuse me, did I say Scorpio again? Pisces. I think it has been in your energy, Pisces. Slowing things down. I actually read my princes, which are the equivalent of knights, as Scorpio energy, Pisces. So energy coming up here, I have some Aquarius, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Scorpio, Pisces. You know, in this energy too, Pisces, this could be telling you that anyone who moves too slowly for you is not worth your time as well. I don't know, I just have a lot of slowness in your energy, things being dragged out. You know, there's caution in your overall energy, but it's also kind of unwarranted, or unwarranted for you to receive it. If anything is dragging their feet too much for you, Scorpio. Did I say Scorpio again? I said Pisces. Gee, I guess it's in my energy. Pisces, I'm going to pull one more for you after this, just because. But essentially, in this energy, Pisces, two things are going on. I have lots of slow energy, lots of... So I am back. Pisces, in this energy, your energy itself is very slow, very examinatory, but I feel like in this energy, Pisces, any sort of love that comes here is not going to be slowed down. It's not going to be slowed down, and it doesn't need to be slowed down. In fact, Pisces, the one who should be putting the brakes or setting the tempo, setting the pace of any sort of relationship really should be you. If anyone is coming to you, Pisces, with a similar type of methodical steps, saying it's not worth your time, Pisces. You know, this is the energy too, Pisces, of wanting to see how much they can get from you, how much you'll be accessible to others in order for them to move. There's a little bit of a tit for tat energy that you need to neutralize. Let's go and pull one more on here. And this one will be one more for Pisces. I have Seven of Wands, Pisces, with a Nine of Swords. You know, Pisces, in this energy, I have some nines in here. Nines can be relevant here, but what we're talking about here is all about your self-image. And also, too, what are you asking for other people to come around you? What are the standards, Pisces, that you are allowing yourself to be approached by? And in this energy, too, Pisces, well, it's always all of our critical weak point is our own self-reflection, our own insecurities that come into play. And it really calls for, in this energy, Pisces, the self-image that you have of yourself. That's the only thing you need to go and work on. And also, too, Pisces, being in the energy of receiving instead of giving. And Pisces, in this energy, Nine of Pentacles with an Empress. You know, we could be talking about something as simple as time. Who are you giving your time to? Who are you communicating with, Pisces? That kind of won't lead to anything fruitful. You know how sometimes, Pisces, you talk to people and you know that what you are developing or what you are maintaining, Pisces, is just basically more of the same. Wherever you are at with the people that you're talking to, you know, nothing's going to change or evolve for the better, most likely. If they do change or evolve, it's going to take time. Too long, Pisces, to wait, unnecessary to wait. I really feel like love for you, Pisces, He's an open book for you right now. And it all depends, Pisces, on how you position yourself, how you imagine yourself, and what you demand, Pisces, from others. The stronger your boundaries are, Pisces, the more stronger you value your time and your attention, Pisces, the more or the better or the more determined people will come to you. The more exclusive you are, Pisces, the more people will come to you. There is a little bit of element here too, Pisces, of being out in the public eye. But, it's odd, Pisces. It's not necessarily engaging, but it's there providing the opportunities for others to engage with you. So think about what that could mean for you, Pisces, in this energy. Let's go on to the next sign. Next sign would be Cancer. That would be a Cancer sun, a Cancer Venus, a Cancer moon, a Cancer rising. Let's see Cancer. A love reading for Cancer. What's in the energy right now, Cancer? Ten of Swords wanted to come out, Cancer. Three of Swords is what I would have preferred to pull, as that was the first card. I have Temperance, Princess of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Cancer, in this energy, you could have shut down some connections and some links rather severely, Cancer. They didn't serve your needs, Cancer. They were inadequate, Cancer. Time to burn everything down, Cancer, and start afresh. There's the energy here, Cancer, of culling and also to cultivating. Major changes, Cancer, have been going on in your landscape, in your values, the eyes in which you see and judge the world with, Cancer. That has changed, Cancer. And maybe too, Cancer, with those values that have changed, maybe your sense of timing has changed as well. Anyway, 10 is the primary message here, Cancer. This is definitely cleaning house. This is also to Cancer, it's almost like anything that reminds you of certain things are automatically going to be rejected when they come. When things remind you, when certain things remind you of other things, you're automatically going to be closed off to them. And also, too, in this energy, a major revamp of priorities, a different way of seeing things. In this energy, too, Cancer, this speaks of, do I say a hardness, Cancer, or just simply a shift? Cancer, when we think about the Fool's energy, one of the Classic hallmarks of Fool energy is supposed to be someone who is enthusiastic about everything because they have yet to experience it. And it's like in this energy, Cancer, some things you've experienced, and with that, you'll never be open to that sort of situation again. While other people, Cancer, would experience something and go, and then repeat it or try and seek to go and improve it. In this energy, Cancer, this is understanding, a fail as a fail and not something that needs to be reinvented. What needs to be reinvented, Cancer, is a perspective and goals and energy and methodology of achieving those goals. That's what needs to be reinvented, not the goal. And in here, Cancer, this is transformation. What you loved once, Cancer, you will never give the chance to be open to again. So, Cancer, I have the Star. Lots of air here, Cancer. Bottom of the deck energy here. I have Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Cups. Well, Cancer, love for you is a brand new slate. Lots of air here, Cancer. I guess that's something else I can say here too, with the energy of how you loved before in the past and how love will find you again, Cancer, grow in you again, Cancer. You are going to be using your head a whole lot more, Cancer, that heart of yours, in order for someone to be able to affect it, Cancer. They're going to have to go through some gymnastics and some very demonstrative displays of sincerity. Here's, Cancer, that you're going to be viewing the next love that comes your way with the clearest vision you can possibly muster, Cancer. Your heart is going to be very hard to get to, Cancer. And just because, Cancer, you are transparent with what you want, how you feel, some levels of here, Cancer calls it, shows that you're very transparent in either how you want to be treated, what you're looking for, etc. However that boils down to you. But for someone to earn your trust just because you show and reveal doesn't mean that's a hallmark of trust, a hallmark of affection, a hallmark of friendship, a hallmark of love. Even though, Cancer, upcoming, people may construe the fact that, or how you are transparent, what you choose to reveal to others, they may construe that as something else than what it actually is. But anyway, I have a very rational Cancer in front of me, and I have a Cancer who is having love coming their way. And that love, Cancer, is going to have to prove themselves to you. That's some cold energy coming from Cancer. King of Cups, King of Swords, bottom of the deck energy, Seven of Pentacles. Going to have to go and earn your trust and affection. Going to trust everything you see and hear. Your heart is your heart, and you won't be giving it out to anyone at all easily. Cancer. I could say in this energy, one's irrelevant. And Cancer, I'm going to say that in this energy, between the ones that I have, how much you choose to reinvent yourself, Cancer. How much you choose to change your next scene entirely, of course, is up to you, Cancer, but you can do full reinventions here. You can pick and choose what you want. All I know, Cancer, is that I have someone who's entirely in control. The next person dealing with Cancer is going to be dealing with a very skeptical one. I don't want to say a cold one. I don't want to say a cruel one, but someone who has known coldness, Cancer. And you, Cancer, someone who's known cruelty. Not that you go and put it out, Cancer, but you definitely are not as open as you once were. Anyway, signs, Cancer. I have all the air signs here. I do have strong Libra and Aquarius energy, also some Gemini, and then I have Leo. If I was to look a little further in here, Cancer, I have some Virgo and Taurus. But I would say they're like third level energies. Definitely in this energy, Cancer, you could meet somebody with significant air. In fact, I kind of expect it. I would do think in this energy too, Cancer. The theme of your next interest is going to be a lot of dialogue and probably a lot of skepticism from your part. In that energy too, Cancer, I want to say, wherever you have Libra placements, if you have Libra placements, that's where you're going to be the most guarded, Cancer. If you have Gemini placements, Cancer, that could be where you have the tendency to shut things down the most. Or reinvent yourself. However Gemini is aspected in your chart. That could almost be too, Cancer, where you can go and turn the tables on others and not quite be as sweet as you once were. If I was going to say anything about the Aquarius placement and the star, I'm not feeling anything there. Let's go on to fire. We'll do Aries. So love for Aries. I have a 6 of Wands, Aries. I have a 4 of Wands, which is Aries energy. 4 of Wands. A Prince of Pentacles, a Chariot energy. Ace of Pentacles underneath. I said Aries, right? Well, Aries, what have you been working on? What have you been creating? Aries, you have already ended a phase. You have been moving towards your new phase. You have been in your new phase, Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Aries, Venus. You should start seeing results coming up for you quite soon, Aries. If you're single, expect to be meeting people, Aries. Expect to be meeting quality people too, no less, Aries. Well deserved too, Aries. Won't take that much time now to come through, Aries. The most difficult part of your energy Aries is over. Anyway, interesting, Aries. You are unblocked energy, unblocked positive energy. There's something else I want to say in this energy. Oh, also, too, Aries, if you are already in a relationship, you can expect progression through. Maybe in this energy, too, Aries, you could have, for some of you, in terms of love and relationships, you could have lost something significant a while ago, and that has been healed with a new energy. I'll just call it that. For some, this does speak a little bit about pregnancy, Aries. Maybe some people had difficulty having a baby. Maybe this was difficulty finding your love. I don't know, some sort of big difficulty was here with matters to the heart. Matters to the heart with a very specific source of energy. Anyway, that's moving forward. If you are already in a relationship, things should go and get better for you, Aries. The place or the direction to go forward is agreed upon. Full support. Aries, if you are single, you could go, you're already in new energy if you're single. Everything is wide open for positive things to happen, Aries, and I do mean that. You could find things progressing for you, Aries, at a much faster pace than before. Aries, you may have thought, things have been going so long with the hopes and dreams that I had. And yet, Aries, things are going right according to time as they should be. Aries, in this energy too, we do have a little bit of energy into summer. Aries, June and July should be very interesting for you. I expect you should enjoy yourself in one way or another, Aries. June and July. Let's see, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, a card wants to fall out. 4 cards. Too many cards. Maybe I'll just do Sagittarius and then that'll be it for now. I'll come back later when the internet is better. But for Sagittarius placement, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Venus. Love for you, Sagittarius. 2 of Cups, Sagittarius. 5 of Wands. Busy. Busy, busy, busy. You're going to be building up that emotionality, Sagittarius. Be sure, I don't know whether to say, watch your emotionality, your emotional ties, Sagittarius, because you can go and get definitely carried away by your emotion. Somebody could come, Sagittarius. Somebody could be around you already, Sagittarius, who is going to have you going on instinct. Sagittarius. I think fives are interesting energies. A Sagittarius, fives and sevens. Five of Wands is an interesting energy here. It could be constructive building. Definitely a lot of action, a lot of movement. With, as I said, fire and water here. That's a lot of movement of your emotions. Not quite like seeing red, Sagittarius. Have you ever gotten into that emotional state, Sagittarius, where you see red? I have. Well, I have Aries placement, Sagittarius. I do see red at certain points of time. And primarily it's my voice, my word usage, and that if I don't watch it, I can go off quite a bit on it. But in this energy, I would just say to go and watch yourself, temper yourself, because, you know, when you put out action, Sagittarius, you get reaction, Sagittarius. And those reactions could be difficult to control or to direct. But I definitely have love for you here. I just ask you to tone down instinct and emotionality. I have a King of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Moon. Seven of Wands under here. Sagittarius, love for you. Something delicious is going to come around you. You could be thinking, Sagittarius, is exactly what I've been looking for. This feels so right. Sagittarius, love for you in spring. Whatever it is you're looking for, whatever it is you want, Sagittarius, that's going to find its way right by your side. Any sort of specific details, Sagittarius, you have in mind, add them in. It's going to come to you. It's going to sit right by your side. Exactly what you want. You could feel great. You probably will feel great in this energy, which is why I'm asking you. Tone down the emotionality. Just as much, Sagittarius, if you have thought very long and hard about who it is you want and how you want it, Sagittarius, when it comes in front of your face, continue to employ that as much as possible, even though everything will feel right, everything will look right. Because I have energy that can very easily get carried away. Well, I think I'm going to end this reading here. For the other signs, keep an eye out for it. If you do appreciate my time and energy, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Until next time. Bye-bye.